Hello, humans. Hello. It's gonna get really weird if I keep talking in Mr. Chipmunk voice. Is it Mr. Chipmunk or is it closer to hello? Arr. Somewhere right in between Mr. Chipmunk. Hello. I got hello Leslie. Hello Melissa. Hello Akiko. Hey Kelly. It's hey girl. Hello everyone. Hey. It's filing into the halls of church. Our to science. Long may we pray, or long may we accept the good word of evidence. Let's be accurate with this. I see. We have people coming in from Twitch. It's an angry young man. Greetings from the Twitchverse. Yeah, I'm happy. We're branching out over onto the Twitch. I'm hope one day I'll be a real streamer. One day I'll have an audience over on Twitch. It's one day I'll get I'll get a gaming setup. I started God of War. I feel I'm a real gamer now. I could get myself over onto Twitch. It'll happen. So I want a quick little I always feel like I'm a scientist who's turned into a science cam girl, but I feel weird. But like it's y'all have been just filling me up with so much candy, and I don't know what your name. Like I know your name is. I'm guessing your name is Maggie, but over on the Discord server, I was just sent just an absurd amount of some of my favorite junk foods this last week. So along with a giant bag of almond joy and mounds. So thank you for making sure that my leggings are getting tight out there, you guys. There's my Amazon wish list is linked below, and it's you guys have been destroying me. I appreciate it very much. Anyways, Thank you, Maggie, for that. I'm sugared up. So I hope you guys have been having a delightful week. It feels like the temperature is a little different in the room. This last week I was like, hey guys, don't go outside on what we don't know what's gonna happen. Shit could hit the fan. Things could be bad. We don't know how much armed insurrectioning there's gonna be. Whew, things are different than I expected. This is nice. I've slept pretty well. Have you guys been sleeping a little? I've been sleeping a little different. Like the other day, like when I wake up in the morning to start writing the daily moment of science, I can wake up and just start writing and not be like, I have to fight with the urge to check if Trump has burned down the fucking planet first. I can just, there's not a fight in my brain between those two. It's just, we're free. It's wonderful. There's this something. It's just the air is just, it's dephlogistonated. It's wonderful. Over on YouTube, Nicole Shu, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your last name. Nicole Shu asked, did you see how happy Fauci was? Fauci's been, hashtag liberate Fauci. Fauci's been freed. This is wonderful. Oh my God. Had the press conference. He was like, I get to speak my mind again. It's like, he gets to science honestly again, like, and it's before someone pops in and yells at me for being too happy about Biden. Let me be the first to say, fuck off. I'm not. I'm appropriately happy about Biden. Okay, like I don't think I have to explain more than that. You guys have been here long enough to know my feelings. You know what? It's not perfect, but you know what? Things are off to a good start. I hope that we're getting science in the parts of the administration that need science. I get to not talk about politics too much anymore. That's exactly what I want as a science writer. I get to hold on. As the question is always, what am I drinking now? My husband has been buying a lot of Perrier things. Normally they're non-sugared, but he got these and they're delightful. They're kind of just Italian sodas. This one is peach and cherry, not too high in sugar. Very it's yummy. Highly recommend. Perrier is not associated with the Saibe brand yet. Anyways, but yeah, it's nice seeing Fauci. Like Fauci's got his groove back. Like everyone's people are running departments who should be running departments. Schumer, when McConnell was like, excuse me, we have to remember the minority team's rights here. Schumer's like, fuck off, bitch. I'm just saying things are gonna be okay. things aren't going to fall entirely off the cliff. I'm not going to prognosticate anything better than that. And I think that's appropriate. Hold on a second. You're going to laugh at me. I'm looking down and I can't tell if my shirt looks faded because of the light or if it's just powder from my makeup. And I'm like, do I look powdery? I can't tell. So I'm just trying to. Nah, I think it's just the lighting. So I'm getting paranoid about how my hood looks over. Nah, anyways, it's the joy of live television. Anyways, but yeah, it's been nice to see. It's been like, did you guys catch that first press conference or just like a few moments of it? Oh my God, there was no bragging about crowd size or arguing with the press or telling the press they were the enemy of the people. There was no saying that. There was no saying that the COVID was going to be gone in a week like a miracle. Oh my God, I'm just, I'm verklempt. I'm so happy. It's very nice. I've like I said, it's nice. I think this is part of the reason why it's been really easy to kind of flip back to just writing about science, at least in the beginning of the year, because it's like, hey, it looks like it's around the time that it seemed like things were going to be okay. Not with COVID. Hold on. COVID will be okay eventually. Right now, everything's a fucking shit show. But around the time when it seemed like, okay, unless there's armed insurrection, things are gonna transfer over. They're not gonna overthrow. We won. Like the team that was supposed to win, the team that did get the most votes won and is gonna take over. Like it felt like my brain got back to being able to function again, and it's been kind of nice. It's like this overhanging dread that in the pit of my stomach, and that constant there's this weird thing being a bullshit buster and a writer and a journalist and being in this environment where that that people don't trust the media, where people don't trust any foundational truth. It's been really rough. So it's been kind of nice to see that there's a changing of the tide, that maybe there's I'm sure that this is part of it's all been in my head, and no matter what, there's been a place for my voice all along. But you know what, it always when it feels like it's pointless, when you feel like not enough, like when there's no place in mainstream media for someone who's just saying fuck you, facts exist, that's it's hard to work, and the last few years have been just awful. So feels nice that fact-based media might be a thing again. So I'm excited. So maybe look, America's still in timeout for a good long time. Like I get it, we're rejoining the World Health Organization. It feels like that part of the movie where the glowy thing was blown up, or the big baddie that got killed, that killed everyone else automatically, or the ring was dropped into to Mount Doom, like whatever. Like it's here's the thing, that didn't happen. Right? Like it feels like that part of the movie, but that's not what happened. Like we still have, like just because like we had that happened. Yes, the changeover happened, but we still have all the we took out the Death Star. There's still a bunch of Empire bases throughout the Force that still want to bring back the Empire. They still don't like the rebels. They're still really mad that we won, and they're waiting for their chance for revenge in 4 years. So this is an active thing that we don't get to just forget about. As Matt Penny said in the comments, the worst case scenario is over. Yes, we avoided having an armed. We had an armed an attempted armed insurrection. They just did not succeed at their armed insurrection. Like that's how hairy this all got. Like the fact that they got the Confederate flag into the Capitol building, that's terrifying. That shouldn't have ever that happened. That shouldn't have. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, they thought they were gonna, they were gonna storm. They were gonna, like, at one point, if you've seen all the videos, they were like, yeah, it's time to set up a new government. Some of these idiots thought they'd actually overthrown the government. They thought that they had the because a couple of their, because let's be honest, there were a bunch of guys in the military and the police who were definitely in the ranks of the people who stormed the Capitol. But these guys were such idiots. They thought because, they had 12 of them, that they'd overthrown the government. How cute is that? I mean, that's kind of fucking cute, right? Like, it's just, oh, you're the most adorable idiot insurrectioners ever. But yeah, they were like, they get in there, like, at one point, they're like, we should set up a government. You dipshits. You fucking dipshits. The founding fathers would have fucking hated all of you. I need to sip this a little bit longer. Just savor how much of idiots those guys are. Here's the thing. Right now, and like my husband and I were chatting. My husband and I were chatting about this the other day, and he pointed out there's going to be, in the upcoming weeks and months, like some of these people are going to be having like some severe mental health crises. Some of the cat is standing in front of the light because, of course, she is. Oh, Lexi, I had really good light. You threw it off, girl. She's not just a moon; she's a space station of a cat. Anyways. But it's, some of these people who were QAnon followers in the upcoming weeks and months, some of them are figuring out because there wasn't a grand arrest of the cabal. They were expecting an arrest followed by all of them who were like pulling up arms to be part of the militia. They were going to be part of the militia that took up the cause patriots, as Julie Manders has called them in the comments. Perfect. Yeah, they thought they were going to come up and be part of the militia that overthrew everything. They were going to, yeah, that was, and now that the arrest didn't happen, the overthrow didn't happen, there wasn't all this, they're like questioning everything. There are a lot of them that are very confused right now about what just happened. Like, because this was, look, I hate telling people that they're in a cult, but they're in a fucking cult. Okay. Like I know we like to think cults look like one thing, but like, it walks like a duck. It talks like a duck. It screams from the street corner with signs saying, I know what was in the water and what the cabal's doing, like a fucking cultist duck. It's a fucking cult. So these people are waking up and realizing they were lied to. It sucks. You have people that you have friends and family who you might have stopped talking to in recent weeks and months because they went too crazy, that are going to be like, so I fucked up, or they're going to go crazier because of this. So be on the lookout for that. Some of them are going to get like, and the other thing is, it seems like Trump might be setting up a third party, which I'm so excited about. But sorry, I just saw. I want to click on this because I enjoy anything that's gossip about Ben Garrison because he's a fucking nut job. Whack job artist Ben Garrison was drawing cartoons up very final day saying how Trump was going to pull a surprise from sleep. Oh yeah, like I remember there was one cartoon that was like it was Biden and Harris, getting ready to like it's like they're about to be sworn in, and he's like they're scared because Trump is ready to. There's really. Trump's been disgraced. No, just Ben Garrison's. Here's the thing. Ben Garrison is not just like crazy. He's also a bad cartoonist, and he should feel bad about being a bad cartoonist. I want to be clear about this. It's not just that I disagree with his politics. It's that he is unclever and unoriginal, and he should feel bad about what he thinks he is making that he calls art. Okay? I don't want there to be any bit of disclarity in my opinion on Ben Garrison as a cartoon. He's bad at his job. He should stop it. Anyways, oh man. So yeah, it's going to be, the next few years are going to be a little bit nuts. More than likely, the people who are still caught up on Trump, some of them are going to keep driving off that cliff. I'm curious to see the Patriot Party. I believe it's Lisa Drostova, I think. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. The Patriot Party with the lion as their symbol because lions are so American. They have a bunch of what was it? What was it?
It's lions, not sheep.
Lions, not sheep. Oh my god. Because lions, not sheep. Nice. Excellent. Oh my god. It's Tony Flores. So he's the Jeff Dunham of cartooning. Oh, I mean, it's close. I mean, that's all. Jeff Dunham's occasionally clever. Like, it's worse than that. It's Dane Cook. Let's go with Dane Cook. But yeah, let's see. Do it where was but yeah, Patriot Party. It's I have so I have a theory for this. I think, like, here's the thing. This is going to split the Republican Party because there are enough of them that are not going to want to vote for Joe Biden or for any Democrat again. Like they're like, look, we were with the Lincoln Party before, but we're not that was a one-time deal. I'm curious what happens here. Like, look, go ahead, just destroy yourselves from the inside out. I like, I can pop popcorn over the flames that you guys are setting. This works for me. I have no problem with this at all. This is completely fine for me. So should be okay. Let's see. Somebody over on Scott over on Twitch asked, "There's a Today in Science story I'd like to read. Are there any stories about what happened to other cults the day after the thing was supposed to happen?" I think that would be more of a talk to James Fell about this whatchamacallit, about his column. It's called On This Day in History, Shit Went Down, because that's not quite a science, because I'm trying, look, there's got to be a scientific thing that I'm writing about there. I love writing about the history around a thing, but I got to tell a science story in there somewhere. So otherwise I can't, like, I would love to just tell you guys weird shit that went down, but that's just a little too far off my rocker. Oh man. Let's see. I'll sit here and talk politics here, but not the moment of science. That's what I spend all my, like, that's just what I spent. That's my day job now, because it's great to just sit there and focus and find a story to tell during the day, which is why, if you're not supporting me on Patreon yet, you totally should. If you're enjoying these moments of science, link below, or if you want to do a one-time donation at PayPal, link also below. Or another way you can support me, sending stars over on Facebook, likewise appreciated. Or likewise, as mentioned earlier, there you can send me things on my Amazon wish list. Love things from the Amazon wish list. Anyways, join the Patreon, though. Best way to support me, and there are extra perks for patrons. Come on over to Patreon. Anyways, just wanted to drop that in there. Calls to action, always a good time. So people, we noticed the side doggo. Buddy. Your presence was requested. He always looks so smart when he comes up here, doesn't he? He looks very like, yes, I am needed. I have things to say. He looks like he looks so much smarter than he is, but no, he's a very cute dog. That's all he got, though. He's a very sweet boy. Makes Babe not care about politics again. That's the goal of 21. Over on Dan Keeling over on YouTube's pointing out Patreon prank calls to Mar-a-Lago. Oh yeah, this month. So the other thing is, over on Patreon, I do a once a month a live stream just for patrons, and we tend to as an American, a thing that you can do, and look, our tax dollars are funding this. You can call your congressmen and senators and let them know your opinions on things. And so I call them with my patrons listening. Sometimes the calls are more polite than others. Anyways, they asked me to call Mar-a-Lago this weekend. I might. Oh, is it this weekend? Oh yeah, it is this. I think anyway. Well, anyways, it's for the patron call this month. They asked me if I'd maybe call Mar-a-Lago. I might. I'm considering it. We'll see. Anyways, but yeah. The other thing is, let's see. James Lott just asked, "Tell me about the perks about Patreon." We're also I'm going to be taking all of these columns that I'm writing, all of the This Day in Science thing, and putting them into a book. The patrons get the book. Anyways, I'm working all the details of that out. They'll be out at the end of the month. Just join a Patreon. Just come join a Patreon. It's $1 will keep a science communicator that you know and love off the streets. Just $1 little dollar. That's all you need. Anyways, there's my plea. Come hang out with me. Anyways, so let's see. Other people just scrolling through some of the comments. Oh, this is good. Chelsea Jolliff asked, "Can you please call that dipshit who's trying to introduce articles of impeachment against Biden?" Oh my God, did you hear about this? She tried to. What's her face? Something Taylor Greene. She wrote up articles of impeachment, and she didn't file them because apparently it was too difficult. she didn't realize that it was that it was hard. She's like, I think it's hitting with her that like that running a that being a congresswoman is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Thank you so much, HJK. She's figuring out that it's that maybe being a congresswoman is harder than being a QAnon conspiracy nut on the internet. So that's gonna be fun. She wanted to impeach Joe. I love that she's already saying let's impeach Joe Biden. I'm like, really? You're gonna this is a thing you're gonna try week what? Oh man. But you know, like I'm gonna enjoy watching what they're it's like here at least now this is all like it's all their antics are kind of funny now that they don't have the nuclear codes. Like it's at least while they're being just fucking ape shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? What are you trying to pull dumb? It's like, you guys aren't the ones that are, you guys aren't doing the diplomacy. You guys aren't in charge of the policy. You guys are just, everyone knows you're a laughing stock now. Like there's no disguising what people around the world think of the Republicans, what the country thinks of them, because they were voted out of everything. Like I'll be a little honest. They got more votes than I'm comfortable with. That's a terrifying number of votes for a party that like everyone who voted against them was like, we see the writing on the wall here. But I'm just saying it is it's nice watching all of their bullshit go now and watching Marco Rubio yelling about, it's the Democrats are gonna, dude. You guys you guys insurrected. You don't get to yell about this anymore. You lost. Anyways, so it's nice that now it's just they're not in power anymore. They can't keep fucking everything up. It's at least for a little while we get to breathe. Until the first thing that of course makes everybody angry, which will probably be within like 2 months. So I see let's see. I see people like no matter what when I'm looking at the combined chat screen, the bitchery is always over on Periscope. So somebody just commented, "Who is your president?" And I don't know if that's supposed to be during the Trump era, like that was always a taunt. So I just want to remind you, Joe Biden is our president now. Donald Trump is not our president. Joe Biden is our president. Kamala Harris is our VP. That's kind of neat, huh? We don't ever have to think about Mike Pence and mother again. Mother. Anyways, so scrolling on, going on past that. So it feels like nothing happened in COVID land this week, but I guess, and like I only found about this minutes ago, and I want to just quickly double check on this so I don't misspeak. It seems that and let me just really quickly, because I saw this and didn't have a chance to fact check. So just I need like to be able to cue in the Jeopardy theme while I just stop to fact check something. Give me a quick moment. Oh yeah, it seems that Dave Chappelle, Elon Musk, and Joe Rogan all hung out together right before Dave Chappelle tested positive for COVID, and they were all photographed maskless together. I just want to remind you guys that even when you see people who can like have the capacity to keep themselves away from from everyone else for the most part, like these people that are that are rich and are able to make their own ecosystems and don't have to be around a lot of people, and you think you tell yourselves when you see them all hanging out, it's like, maybe they've had the ability to social distance, maybe they have been whatever. Nah, they're acting like idiots too. So it's possible. Like I don't know who in the I'm because Dave's already tested positive for it. He obviously had it before he hung out with them. None of them were wearing masks. There's a bunch of them in that picture. I believe comedian Michelle Wolf, who I like quite a bit, was also in the picture with them. Grimes, of course, is in the picture. A handful of other comics. They were just all hanging out maskless, and look, like it's I get it. Elon Musk has more money than God. He can obviously afford to just buy a new immune system if he wants. But like it, why? But like, why be a dick about it? But yeah, that's just you know, it's all the money in the world is not going to protect you from this virus if it comes for you. Anyways, it could still get in there. So good, good luck to them. Just I'm waiting for the headlines on that one to come down. But it's just here's the one thing I worry about, and I say this knowing this is completely just to do. I know this is completely speculative. Like, just watch Joe Rogan get it, have it be asymptomatic, and have him just be completely a dick about it. Be like, I had it and it was no big deal. What's the big deal about COVID? Why is everyone like? That would like I must say I don't want him to say like I've met Joe. I was on his show, so of course that means we're best friends, and I changed his life. No, but no, like I don't wish him ill, but like please God, like I just don't let him have an asymptomatic case and end up being like, why are people whining about COVID? Obviously they all did something wrong if they had like just please God. Anyways, David Bullock, the cure was enough pot. If the cure is enough pot, I'm just saying I'm fucking immune. I am, if the cure is enough pot, I am the cure for COVID at this point. I wish that would be fantastic. But yeah, yeah, like I get it. You gotta tour, you gotta go out and do your but Jesus fucking Christ, wear a mask and be a little bit more sensible about your health. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed seeing people like this who have a big platform, and I've seen some of my more libertarian-y friends be like, they know what they're talking about with COVID, even though they're, even though Elon Musk knows nothing formally about the immune system, and he's and he's been exposed now. We don't know if he has it or not, but TikTok. So that's all we got on that. But yeah, it's just there is. So anyways, we have some good news coming up on the horizon, kind of with the COVIDs. So it looks like some of the rates are not dropping yet. There are parts of the country where it's starting to flatten, and in California, the rate at which it's going up is getting slower. Yay! It's not. We're getting more cases more slowly here. Fatalities are still going up, so that's still I'm still ordering every last grocery online. I have literally not left the house in over a month now. We are like I've told you guys about this before. Like it's been mentioned. I believe this is part of the Cybabe live stream drinking game now. When I mentioned the number of housemates I have, 11 total. So 10 if we're not including me. But it's because basically it was like it was concluded eventually that because it was easier to just wear masks in the common area than try to control people's behaviors outside of the house, I'm now wearing masks in the common area of my own house. That's how fucking bad this thing is right now. And it's mainly like it's Munchin said social distancing champion club. Woo! Yeah, it's like, and I say this, I'm only bitching a little bit because, like, look, how much can I expect adults to see nobody outside the house for this long? Like, I can't, I can't be that much of an asshole. These are 11, these are 11 adults, and one of them has a girlfriend outside the house, and the girlfriend has children, and children play with other kids, and like that's a circle of that's a bigger bubble than 10 other people have to deal with. And somehow we've managed. I see someone over on Periscope saying, "Good Lord, that sounds terrible." You know what? It's a huge house. My husband and I have a huge space in it to ourselves, and we really only we see people and hang out with people as we so choose, which is kind of, you'd be surprised during a pandemic. It's been really fucking nice. But anyways, back to to do back to dealing with this at this stage of the pandemic. Like I said, one guy, has like it's been, it's opened up, it's made our bubble feel more vulnerable. And there's another guy who's going out to see a friend every so often. And it's like, you can't right now. We don't know how much that friend circle is closed, by which I mean it's not. So it's like, we can't get other people in the house to closed their circle entirely, so it's just turned into wearing it's just turned into wearing our masks in the common areas, which it sucks. And we have the two rooms that we use the most during the warm parts of the day. We keep the windows open, kind of to so that we'll eat in the dining room, so we're not like all eating in our room. So we'll have that with the windows open and our masks off. But yeah, it sucks right now. It just really fucking sucks right now. It's Russell asked, speaking of housemates, gotten any packages lately? All right, so for those of you who are still here, and I don't think she's watching, but anyways, I'm whispering because of course if she's watching this means she's not going to hear it. But anyways, so last week I mentioned on here that it would be cool of you guys if you got together and arranged to buy my housemate the guitar that was on my Amazon wish list. Now, some of you guys, because you're fucking crazy, did just that. Now it's holy shit. Now here's the thing. There were two guitars on there. You bought the more expensive one. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys bought her an electric bass. That's amazing. You're too kind. That is too kind of you. I'm whispering because I don't know if she's like how close she is to the anyways. But what I'm trying to say is I believe it's arriving on Sunday. And I'm going to, and my plan is I'm going to have her like open it, like you're going to see her open it. So anyways, I'm really excited about it. Thank you guys so much. That was fucking cool of you. Over in chat, Peter Edwards commented, Peter Edwards set it up. Thank all of you guys who threw into that. That was so wonderful of all of you. I threw it. I donated anonymously to it too because I'm like, look, it's my roommate. It's a gift for her. So anyways, that was just so fucking cool of you guys. And like I said last week, it's been like a year of my musician housemates not being able to work. So kicking off her getting back out to be able to work hopefully soon with an electric bass is gonna be nice. That and as I said, we will perform for you guys again. So I'm gonna go back to talking in normal tone of voice because I don't see why she would be standing outside the door down there. But we're gonna pretend this was a secret between me and 300 of you. So anyways, had something in my throat here. It's Russell just said once again I didn't do it. Russell, I trust you. I thought there was a Hamilton Beach grill. I saw that was bought off of the Amazon wish list, and I was sure it was you until it arrived. And lo and behold, it arrived, and I was pleasantly touched. And also I finally used it for the first time, and it was delightful to use that thing too. Little grill marks right in the side, right inside my kitchen. Anyways, but yeah, I did not register for my wedding, and you guys have basically bought me a wedding registry worth of stuff. But speaking of, I should probably put towels on there. But anyways, but that I just wanted to let you guys know. Greatly what you guys did for the roommate. So appreciated it. I'm so she's gonna cry, and I'm so looking forward to watching that. Anyways, it's happening on Sunday, so fucking tune in on Sunday, okay? I don't know if it'll be during the live stream on Sunday or if it's gonna arrive later, but I'll give you a warning, okay? It'll be a thing. It'll be awesome. Anyways, so back to talking about the stuff that's going on in the world. Hold on a quick second. This all started off by talking about roommates and dealing with that for COVID, which is a lot. David Bullock just asked, does she need an amp? I think we have plenty of amps in the house, but I'll ask. So, but Kevin just asked, what are you using instead of towels? No, I think we've just slowly over the years had towels die on us for various reasons, mostly dumpsters full of cum type reasons. Obviously, no, I just towels have died. I some like we've also been cleaning out. Like I know I've mentioned. Oh, Simon has entered the chat. Like I know I mentioned we're renovating a space that was occupied by a hoarder. And there have been many messes that just look. We could have cleaned the towels, but the phrase biological disaster comes to mind, and sometimes you just don't look. There's not enough therapy, man. Like you just make that purchase, you just throw it out, you just into the garbage and don't see it again. So I probably do need more towels. That is the thing that I'm like, maybe I'll throw that into the list next. But yeah, that is the thing that just I'm like, do I actually need? Wait. Anyways, but back to it's that was how the housemates came up. And anywho, glad that Simon has arrived. It's Kevin Norton commented, and she comes in right as we're talking about dumpsters of cum. Look, she's my mom. We've had the talk about dumpsters of cum already. That was like that's isn't that the talk that everybody got when they got into junior high? The dumpsters of cum talk. Look, the nuns weren't going to talk to us about it at my junior high, so I got it where everyone was supposed to from their mom, obviously. Sorry, Mom. Just making sure that you're over there trying desperately to keep yourself together. Are you at work right now, Mom? My mom. Here's the best part. It's like my mom will sometimes listen to this while she's while she's at work at the end of the day. So I wonder if I would die laughing if anyone just overheard some of the swearier parts of this. Anyways, it's well, an angry young man over on Twitch just said, "Come dumpster, my next band name." Here's a question for those of you who are reading the Daily Moments of Science. Should I try to work in I feel like if I do a band name thing daily, that could be a problem. But like I don't know, should I try to do it on a daily basis or just like slip it in like as often as works? Because look, there are some funny turns of phrase in there. It works for me. Like I'm just saying, like the article on boiling down 1,500 gallons of pee in order to discover phosphorus. I'm like, oh, so many good band names in here. It makes me want to form a band. So, but other quick thing. The other reason why I want to, of course, implore you to join my Patreon. Come out wherever you are. So starting next month, and of course I'm gonna write this all down and I'm gonna post a big thing about it. If you are not yet on my Patreon and you've been really enjoying these Daily Moments of Science, there is now going to be, starting next month, a second patron only live stream where we have where we do a brainstorm for Daily Moments of Science, and we talk through and we talk about Moments of Science stuff, and we do some brainstorming, and we talk through my process, and I tell you some of the stuff that I found out while reading some of all of these horrible stuff, and you get to see my notes from all of this, which is some of them are disastrous. So you get to see you get to see all the failed band names. So basically, it's the excuse for the second live stream. It's the second patron only live stream, but it's also I'm using you guys for labor and ideas for the Daily Moment of Science. But this is how you guys get to be part of the process if you're really enjoying these, because I feel like there are all sorts of wonderful science stories that people are have heard throughout the years. And like when I've asked my friends, do you have a science story that you like? And they're like, there's this thing I heard once, in class back in the day. And I'm like, that's fantastic. It's just a fantastic little thing. And I go look it up and there's an amazingly long thing behind it. And it's great. And I'm like, I can fit that into something. And so many people have like this one little sitting around, and I'm like, oh, I could add dick jokes to that. And that's just what all these are. And I held back on doing this for a while because I was like, haven't this story's been told already somewhere, but not by me and not with these dick jokes. So just that's part of what I'm enjoying with this. 81berg just said pump handle dysentery. Pump handle dysentery, are we speaking of something other than the cholera that I wrote about? Pump handle dysentery, pump handle dysentery sounds like a thing that I would write. That's also a good band name. Pump handle dysentery. That actually sounds like a good song name too. Fermenting Tinkle. Oh yeah, I think that was the band name for the Fermenting Tinkle was the band name for the day of the phosphorus. It's Tony Flores. Tony Flores, you like the moment of science on chlorine trifluoride? It was like a chaos fun fact. It's it was funny. I got an email. It's Manny over um, on Periscope asked, "You're a scientist." Yes, Manny. I have a bachelor's in chemistry, a master's in forensic science, and worked for 8 years as an analytical chemist. And now I talk to people on the internet about cum dumpsters. Anyways, but it was interesting because chlorine trifluoride, like it's one of those chemicals that if you use it correctly for tiny limited applications, it has like few tiny limited applications in whatchamacallit. There are a few limited applications of it in industry. Very, very few. I believe now it is used to clean certain types of microprocessors. That's about it. But other than that, that's about all they've learned how to use it for safely at this point. Other than that, chlorine trifluoride, it's going to eat your ass, son. It eats everything. It's gonna fuck up your life. But yeah, it's a nasty little fucking chemical. I got an email from a guy who, and look, I've gotten some emails about the daily MOSs that like, look, if you have like a quick fact that you see that's like, hey, you missed this one thing, just tell me what the fact is. You don't need to give me like the three. Like I've gotten some very long emails and I'm like, dude, these things are under 800 words. They're under 800 words. I'm not adding in those 6 paragraphs. I will change the sentence that's to reflect but people send me these very long things where they want me to change my tone. They want me to change my approach. They want me to not tell people about a chemical that the Nazis used. The Nazis researched this. This is amazing. This is a great story. And they invented this chemical to make flamethrowers that self-ignited. That's a great story to start with. Sign me the fuck up. And this guy's like, hey, could you not sensationalize? I'm like, dude, just the facts of the story. I'm not even sensationalizing. I'm just telling you what happened. Like, and from there, the thing fucking lights concrete, glass, titanium, and diamonds on fire. How am I sensationalizing? That's just a thing this chemical does, and that is so fucking cool. And someone's like, hey, as a chemist, I just want to let you know, I think you're overstating too much. What the chemical that ate through a foot of concrete and then 3 feet of gravel, I think you're overstating how bad it is. I know it can take ashes and then relight them on fire, but I think you're overstating how bad it is. For clicks. I'm sorry, I'm just, for fuck's sake. Like, really? Really? Like, how bad does something have to be in order for me to say, hey, we probably don't touch this? It's like, I've worked with the pesticides I've worked with are so neurotoxic that milligrams will kill you. And I'll work with those with gloves and a fume hood. Those did not scare me. I wanted to work with them properly, but I would work with those just fine. I will not, under any circumstances, work with either hydrofluoric acid or chlorine trifluoride. I basically won't work with anything that that was not even a slightly hyperbolic or sensationalist thing to say. And this guy was just like, I wanted to let you know you were overstating. It's not okay. You're doing this to get clicks. This is not chemistry. Man, wait till you hear what I gotta say about Botox. I got a lot of stuff to say about that. It's very fun. Oh my god! Like, it's no one's gonna like. Over in the comments from Scott Robinson, maybe they need a different live stream, Incredibly Dull Science or something. Like, look, it's I I want people to read. I want people to walk away from this feeling a little bit smarter about the world, and like they understood it. And that's kind of the hardest part about this is like as a chemist, I can read something and go, all right, I understand this, and I think if I were dropped into a lab, I kind of understand what I'm doing as a scientist. But then I go, how can I make this so that a scientist, and like so a lot of these things that I'm reading are not in my field. So I have to go, how can I write this so that a person who's in this field would not look at me and go, what the fuck are you talking about? And so that a person who's never heard of this before, hasn't studied science in 20, 30 years, also understands it and has some sort of a grasp of the concept that's behind it. And that's one of the challenges here. Like the other challenge is finding the thing I want to write about on any given day, but breaking it down so that people get the thing, and so that they're accurate. There's a line to walk on there. And it's like I'm talking about oxidation in chemistry, and I'm talking about things being electronegative, and these are things that it's like, all right, I want you to get a little bit of that concept before you walk away going, holy shit, do you hear that chlorine trifluoride will make glass catch fire? Like the fact that you're also learning it's going to make glass catch fire because it's a strong oxidizer. It's important to me. And I like that you're getting that chemistry lesson because you also learn that it's a demon molecule. That's great. So, if I gotta tell you something a little fun to make you learn some history of science, good. It makes you learn that science is fun. So fuck that guy and all the unfun that he's had in his life. Sure, he's fun at parties. Anyways. David Bullock just said electronegative is a band name. No. Electronegativity is just it's as a chemist, like electronegativity and polarity are two things that just control like everything in science. So, or sorry, it's like as a chemist, I joke. I think like my long-term joke with one of with one of my roommates who was likewise a chem major, it was just like, look, if I don't know what the answer is, I always try to figure out if it's polarity or electronegativity, and it's one of those two things. At least if you're not in OChem, then you get to OChem and everything's everything changes. But moving on, so going through some new going through some more comments. But yeah, I'm trying to make these fun, trying to keep them rolling, and of course trying to get more people to sign up for Patreon. So pardon me in that little belch. Oh geez. Michael Sims commented, so about the time my chemistry teacher claims he set fire to the local canal using large amounts of sodium. This has to be a thing that everyone's high school science teacher claims they did. Like it's either that or we went to like it's so my my high school, it wasn't my chemistry teacher. I think it was my like the freshman, like the physical science teacher that said that this was the thing they did. But yeah, they were definitely like, yeah, we had some sodium to get rid of, so we went down and threw it into the Charles River, and it made a big it was fun. Oh, shit was lit in the 80s, wasn't it? Okay, I went to high school in the 90s, but I was born in the... Anyways, but yeah, like that's a thing that I definitely was told happened, and it was just fine. It was just a thing they did. It's fine. Oh my God. It's David Bullock just asked, is it time for the daily Ben Shapiro joke? Look, I got to get lubed up for that, not unlike Ben Shapiro's wife. You are welcome. I always enjoy watching you guys in the comments trying to like talk. Like my patrons are the best salesmen of being my new patrons. You guys are like the Patreon cheesecake recipe. Look, I'm not gonna lie, my cheesecake recipe is fucking good. Just sign up, if only to get the cheesecake recipe, and then stay for because you love me. Like why? Look, you know how many apps you're still paying for on Apple that you haven't gone through and unsigned up for. I'm way more worth it than that. Do it. Anyways, I'm giving the hard sell. I totally think I'm worth it, don't I? Anyways, let's see. Oh my God, one of my chemistry teachers in high school put zinc in water during class one day. Whew. Oh my. Yeah. I remember when teaching science in high school was like, hey, it's so we can expose them to a few carcinogens, right? We can do a few fucked up things. Like they'll be okay. Don't worry about the children. They bounce back. It'll be fine. Oh man. You have to, David Bullock, you have to remember what we used to be able to buy chemistry kits for children in the 70s and 80s before they were before they were we were gonna buy filled nukes. Yeah, I oh my God. Like I remember my brother getting a chemistry set when I was 5 and he was 8. It was either a chemistry set or a microscope set, or as a microscope that came with a chemistry set. And like that thing came with a pretty sharp little. I cut like a pretty deep little hole in my thumb with the little scalpel that came with that thing. They gave that to an 8-year-old, and it's like I could be wrong. I feel like the chemicals that came in that, they would not be like, here you go, ages 5 to 8 appropriate now. Could be wrong. But yeah, they were definitely fine. Oh, I apologize, I read that wrong. Ryan, let's see. To Mento, please don't oversell me because you just said Cybabe's Patreon is a better value than any given OnlyFans. No, that is inaccurate. That is highly inaccurate. I have friends who are in porn, and I don't believe that my Patreon is a better value than their OnlyFans. So please sign up for my Patreon because I'm honest. That's one of my good values, right? Just saying. Just come on over. Just support me for all this wonderful science and dailies I'm putting out there. You watch. Anyways, Barney just said, I've seen cesium dumped in water. That was spectacular. Oh my. I can imagine. It's Brian Blackhawk just asked, is Cybabe on OnlyFans? Not yet. But also I'm terrified too. Oh God. Someone's still waiting on the 2 girls, 1 mic OnlyFans. Like we joke about that, but also I fear that if we were ever like, yeah, let's just set up a page on there, to go with everything else because it makes sense for the brand, that it would automatically just lead to people being like, nudes, like, and that's no, like, just not to be like, hey, you want to see the stretch mark that I got from eating way too many chips freshman or first semester of grad school? Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm serving up. Oh yeah, like it's just that's not, I don't want it. That's not a comfortable place to dip my toe on the internet. So I will stick to here. Thank you, Sharon. I don't want to mispronounce your last Sharon Bodon. Either way, thank you. I appreciate that. You're fabulous too. HJK just asked if the title of the podcast was in reference to 2 Girls, 1 Cup. So funny story. When we were at the AVNs last year, I realized this live stream has gotten way off topic of talking about the pandemic, but we all know the deal with the pandemic, right? It sucks right now. I have a quick update on J&J in like a minute. But anyways, we were at the AVNs last year when you could still be around people. It was great. And these 2 guys were in line in front of us to get in. Now everywhere we went the night of the actual awards. Now there were a couple days before the award show where we were at the expo, and then there was the night of the award show, and we got done up to the nines. We had nice dresses and all that good stuff. And of course, because I don't know how to say this nicely, so I'm going to say it honestly, because we didn't look like creepy guys, people thought we were talent. So, we're attractive women who had a lot of makeup on and a nice dress. It's like, so basically into the talent pool people thought we were like, and people kept like correcting us every line we were in to go anywhere. They're like, oh no, talent's over here. And they were like, no. And I think they looked at us like, oh, the poor talent. They don't know how to read. Like, because we were, they just dragging us to lines like we couldn't, tell what a line was. It said talent versus general admission. It was very sad. But anyways, we were in line for general admission to get in to the actual award show, and we were in line behind these 2 guys, and it was, we were chatting with the people around us, and someone, we mentioned what our podcast name was to the guys behind us, and these douchebags in front of us are like, 2 girls, 1 cup. Are you the girls from 2 Girls, 1 Cup? Which we obviously are not. And we're like, no, 2 girls, 1 mic. And like, here's the thing. Like, it's been long enough that the details on this are fuzzy. but it came down to the fact that these guys just like they asked us the main things they asked us about with our podcast was not, you know, how well we're doing with it or, you know, what our audience is like. They just asked us, what equipment do you use? No, like what kind of microphone? And they just asked us over and over again what kind of microphone we used, which seemed very odd. And eventually, they were like, "Well, we're going to start a podcast." Oh, what kind of podcast are you starting? Can't tell you. You might steal the idea. So, I've decided the worst people in the universe are EDM or are white male EDM DJs who are in line to go to the AVN Awards who think that they have a great idea for a podcast and that you're going to steal it. Those are the worst people on the planet, and that they're judging you for being in line at the AVNs because you're a girl at the AVNs. I'm just saying. I know this is oddly specific. Just wanted to share that with you. That happened. Like I don't know how. I wish I had like it's. Sometimes you just want a video to see the douchiness before you, but yeah. Anyways, don't. I say this as a person with a podcast. Don't start a podcast. Don't do it. So Katie Sue said 2 girls, 2 joints. It's a pandemic, damn it. You know what? I think like the next thing I'm gonna do, like I have 2 plans with where I'm gonna go from here with the writing the science stories. It's number 1. I'm probably gonna starting next month, give or take one of the stories a week and turn them into a video. Like, and there's gonna be, you know, me doing voiceover with some amount of editing in of video that I've, you know, bought from a website online because, you know, I can't go out and video everything, and I'm, you know, it's. I don't know how I'm not. Look, I can't act out Jon Snow turning off a pump in my house. Like that seems difficult. But yeah, anyways, gonna turn them into little videos, and one day, it's HJK just said, I would solidly watch 2 girls, 2 joints. Look, I've tried to get Alice high, and look, I'm very proud of Alice. Like I stopped being like, hey, you want to try? And eventually, I've learned she did try. She even inhaled. She inhaled off of a joint. I'm like, you know, for someone who was hesitant, you tried it. I was proud of her for trying the thing. You know, it's just not her bag. So I don't think 2 girls, 2 joints is going to become a thing. But my thought was, along with doing little videos, you know, just taking the scripts from these, from the Daily Moments of Science, I wanted, we already have, drunk history. I would like to have Sci-Hi. I don't think I have to explain. I don't think I have to explain at all. I think you guys know exactly what it is. Yeah? Yeah? I'm just saying. And as soon as humans are allowed to congregate again, I can light them up with a joint and be like, look, if you know the history of this even slightly, I could teach you more about this. We can get you high and we could do some I'm just saying. I feel Katie Sue said socially distanced Zoom joints. You know, that could be it. We could do that. But yeah, one day I want to get some comedians, get them very high and have them talk history of science. I think we could have some amusement off of that. We could get it's I am les excités to do this. It could be fun. I would be very happy to bring you Sci-Hi. But like, look, it's just I say this and I'm like, how many comedians do I know that could explain science while high, or just people in general who I know who would be like, the hardest part about that as compared to drunk history is that there are a lot of people who are not willing to get high on camera, which makes me very sad. Like I'm totally willing to get high on camera. Just, you know, need someone who's willing to do it along with me. So, but you know, it's California. Yes, dear? Oh wait, my husband totally would, of course. It's my husband. Husband came home early from work today, so my husband's actually been here today. But yeah, my husband's an organic chemist, so I could probably get him to get really high on camera and explain some OChem. So that's the thing we could do. It's oh, by the way, if you guys want to learn some things about pot chemistry, if you have some questions about the chemistry of cannabis, between the extractification of it and the chemistry of all the things about it, if you have ever felt very now I know that not all of us live in places where cannabis is legal. Obviously, Derek and I do. But if you guys are curious, have ever felt very unknowledgeable walking up to a dispensary and having somebody ask you, "Do you prefer indica or sativa?" My husband would be thrilled to sit down and talk you through some of these things, because not only does he have a vastly superior bit of knowledge to someone who's probably working as a bud tender, he can tell you how all this stuff works at the chemical level, and he could probably tell you all the different things about like how he creates all the different stuff that's on the counter at your local dispensary. But I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sleeping with him. I could probably talk him into coming on the show. Anyways, but yeah, I would love to get him to come and it's if y'all are interested, which I'm seeing some comments that seem to indicate. Russell said we need a stream with you and Sci-Hubby on pot science. I can get us here on pot science. I think it's hey honey, want to do that on Sunday? So Sunday we're going to be high and talking about some pot science. So if you got some questions about the pot science, we're going to do it. We might one heads up, and I'll probably make a note of this. We might do it a little later in the day, partially to coincide with the mail delivery, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I will give you a heads up if we're doing the Sunday one a little later. But yeah, Sci-Hubs will come on and hang out with me. It'll be a good time. So that'll be fun. Anyways, I'm really excited that my husband's home earlier because he never is, and this is a fucking treat. Anyways, I love you guys. It's again, thank you guys for sending me so much fucking candy. It's been again, lockdown just fucking blows. I know it blows for all of us. And I've been not leaving the house at all at this point. So every time that I see something off my wish list that is sugary, I'm just like, manna from heaven. And I've been it's like the last bag of Hershey's Kisses, and I was just shared with all the housemates, and I got a text from one of my housemates. They're like, "Are these household Hershey's Kisses?" I'm like, "These are household Hershey's Kisses." So thank you guys so much. You've been so wonderful to me and my family. I can't I wish I had words for it. I don't. Just thank you. Oh, and I can't live without doing this. But anyways, and one more. We're weirdos here. Anyways, I love you guys. It's how fast did I go through the candy that I sent you? Mento, I went through it. Which one did you? Oh my God, it's been a while. I think that one actually lasted me a while. I believe. Did you send me the giant bin of Now and Laters? I don't. There's been a fucking lot of candy. But no, it's like they tend to last a while over here. Oh wait, no. Oh, I remember. You sent the Airheads and the whatchamacallit, the thing of yeah, this is how I know there's been too much candy. I can't remember who sent what. Airheads and a thing of Sour Patch Kids, the combo pack. Yeah, those are still being gone through. But yeah, the Airheads are like my favorite. Anyways, but we've been yeah, we've already gotten through the combo pack, and we are still working on the Airheads. And I love Airheads. I'm working really hard on like not eating them all a day. Anyways, thank you guys so much for everything. I love you guys all so much. I will see you Sunday. It's probably going to be TBD. Anyways, really excited about the delivery Sunday. You guys are amazing. I love you. I'll see you later. As usual, take care of yourselves. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Bye.